Hello fellow Sudokans, welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 22nd of April 2024. I hope you are keeping well, ready for your week ahead if it's a Monday where you are. If it's still weekend, well, relax that little bit longer. I'm looking forward to this week because I'm actually taking a break starting tomorrow for a few days. I'm going away out of Bangkok, so I shall really be happy about that. It's the first time for ages and ages. What's going on in the world? Poor people get into financial difficulties and they borrow money. And sometimes it's extortionate interest rates because that's the only place that will give them money. And, if they don't want to get their knees broken, they have to pay seemingly forever. Huge amounts of money goes back. Usurious rates are usually enforced. And, people stay poor forever because they're constantly paying back the interest on the debt. Poor countries have similar problems. Poor countries don't have their knees broken, but they are held accountable for not repaying their debts, generally by various global bodies like the IMF and the World Bank. And the World Bank in particular is a problematic institution. Apparently they have, since 2020, they have had some policies to help countries out with debt relief, countries that are really struggling, trying to repay the debt. Because, of course, the whole capitalist system is loaded against those poor countries. Let's not remember, this is not a fair fight. Rather like the poor people in society who borrow money at extortionate rates. They're not in a fair world. Apparently, none of that money has been dispersed or gone to countries in desperate need of debt relief. So, we are not really surprised, but let's hope that they can do a bit better in the future. I'm always optimistic, even with organizations that I don't think are very good. I'm always optimistic that change might occur at some point in the future. Let's hope it does. And things move on at the World Bank. Right, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. We're going to start. Oh, no, I can't. I've got to explain the rules. This is Monday, right? Monday, easy level game. Okay, we've got 9 squares in this row across. We've got 9 squares in this column down. And look, they are pristine. No digits are filled in. But you will see some of the other rows, all of the other rows actually, have got at least 1 or 2 digits filled in. And you'll see that the lowest number is 1, the highest number is 9, and the object of the game is to fill in every square with numbers between 1 and 9. But each number can appear once only in its row, or in its column, or in these small 3x3 blocks that you see outlined in black line here. Okay, that's the only thing to understand really, except that it is a game of logic. It's not a game of guessing. And just use the idea that a number can appear in its row, column, or block only one time. And that's what we need to find the answer to our Sudoku puzzle and complete the information, complete the blocks. Right, okay, so how do we go about this? 2 is a good number to consider because I can see at least a couple of them. So if you think about this block down here, now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 empty squares. And we don't yet have a digit 2 in this block. But when we look at the surrounding 2's, that means the 2's that are outside this block, we see that, and we remember that, the 2 can only appear in its row column once. So the 2 in this row here means that this square here cannot be 2 because we already have a 2 here. The 2 here means that these 2 squares can't be 2 because we have 2 in this row already. And the 2 up here means this square can't be 2 because we already have 2 in this column. And therefore, the 2 has to fit into that square. Hope that's okay. I'm going to explain exactly the same thing again. Up here, we have, again, 5 empty squares and we don't have a 2. But if we consider the 2 here blocking up there and says, these squares here can't be 2. And 2 blocking up here saying this square can't be 2, and 2 across here meaning this can't be 2. There's only one possibility, only one white square available. We know that the 2 fits in there like so. Now this 2 blocks that we just placed blocks these 3 squares. You see this is quite empty. We only have 4 and 9 in this block here, so we definitely don't have a 2 yet. This 2 blocks across here like this. and this 2 blocks up here like this, and this 2 blocks up here like this, and again we're left with just one white square. And that is in fact every 2 on the board now complete. Like I said, it was an easy one to see. Right, now down here I see that we don't yet have a digit 5, but I've spotted where the 5 can go, and let's see if you can as well. So I'm going to click on the 5 and just use your eyes to say where a 5 cannot go in this block down here. Think about it for a moment. I'll twiddle my thumbs. Okay, thumb twiddling, thumb twiddling. Okay, enough twiddling. Right, now let's see. 5 here says that these 2 squares can't be 5. And 5 down here says that these 3 squares can't be 5. And this 5 up here says that this square can't be 5. And so 5 is there. Did you get it? Oh, good. I'm so pleased. Right, what comes next? So it's a game of, you have to look around and see. As I say, just use logic to see what you can find. 6. We don't have 6 in this block here. Okay, so again, I'll click on the digit 6. So the 6s are highlighted. You can see there are 3 6s around here. And let's see how they interact. So we've got 6 blocking across here, 6 blocking down here, and 6 blocking across here. 1 white square available. That's our 6. This block down here, I like this block down here. There's quite a few things we can find. We don't have 7 yet. Let's click on the 7s. And let's do the same thing that we've been doing. 7 blocking down here, 7 blocking down here, and 7 blocking across here. Gives me 7 in that square. Let's take that 7 blocking across here like this. 7 blocking across here, and 7 blocking down here. That means that's a 7. And when we go upwards, 7 blocking up there, only one available. There's our 7. Right, where to next? Yeah. So let's do something slightly different. Give you some different options. Okay, we don't have a 1 in this column here yet. Now this one here means that neither of these two, none of these squares can be 1. 1 can only appear in its block 1 time. So it means that this square and this square can't be 1. Now we've also got a 1 over here, and 1 blocks across this row, meaning that square can't be 1. So in this column here, these are banned, and that's banned from being 1. And again, we're left with just 1 square. So we know that the 1 must be there. Okay, next place to look is up here for a 9. We're looking for a 9 in this block here. We see 9 here blocking across, 9 here blocking across, and 9 going up. That's going to give us 9 in that square. And now 4 across here and across here will give us 4 here. Now if you're new to the game of Sudoku and you're watching this video and this is the first time, you really need to try the game yourself. So it is much more fun. Watching the videos are not really a lot of fun, to be honest with you. I mean, they give you an idea on what to do, but it's the joy comes from playing the game yourself. So please actually try the game yourself. There's always a link in the description of where the game exists. Now the Guardian one doesn't really have an online version. You have to print it, or you have to transfer the digits into a solver like I did here. But all of the others have, games that you see on this channel have online links, so you can normally just play it live. We don't have an 8 in this block here yet, but I can see the 8 blocking across here and the 8 blocking across here like this, and that's going to give us an 8 here. Now that 8 is going to block up here and say this will be an 8, and then the 8 going up here and up here means that this is an 8. Okay, in this column there are only 2 empty squares to fill in. Now if we look, we see we've got 1, 2, we don't have 3, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we don't have 9. So there are two squares left, and the only two numbers missing for this column are 3 and 9. So when we look at this square and we ask ourselves, can it be a 3? And yeah, there's no reason why not. Can it be a 9? No, can't be a 9 because we've already got 9 in this block. So that means that the 9 will be down here in this square, and this square must be the 3. Where to go next? Here's something that I want to show you slightly, just a smidgen different. Okay, the missing digits here in this column, there are 3 empty squares, and what we don't yet have in this column are 1, 6 and 8. 1, 6 and 8. And I want to look at this square here, because I noticed that the 6 and the 8 are in the same row. Actually, we have another 6 there, but when you see 6 and 8 in the same row like this, and there's only 3 possibilities, we say, you know, can this square be 1? Yes. Can it be 6? No. Can it be 8? No. Well, it has to be 1 because it can't be anything else. And that's going to give us 6 and 8 in these 2 squares now, and we see the 8 blocking across here. So that will be the 8, and this will be the 6. 6 blocks across here, 6 blocks across here, and 6 blocks up there. So that means this square will be our 6. And 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks across here. So down here there's a 1. I'm taking a little pause because I don't play these games ahead of time, or any of them on the channel that you see. I'm always playing live for the first time. I don't practice the games ahead of time or find out any solutions before rolling the video, so sometimes it takes a little while to find the answer. Okay, so we have 9 blocking down here and 9 blocking across there, and that's going to give me a 9 there. And we have 9 blocking this square and 9 blocking this square over here. So in this row, 9 there, 9 blocking there. There's only one other empty square. We know the 9 is here. And now, 3, 4 again. Okay. Where's next? Oh yeah, there's an 8 blocking all the way across here, and there's only 2 empty squares here, so that must be our 8. And now there's only one number for the whole series of 1 to 9. That's a 6. We don't yet have a 6. If any of this is too fast for you, you can just rewind the video, watch it again. You'll get it the next time around, I promise. 6 is blocked like this. So there's our 6. 6 blocks across here, there's our 6. And the last number here is 1. If you think I'm finding these numbers quickly, I'm not really. It's just having played the game quite often, everybody finds the numbers much more quickly after you've practiced it played the game a few times. We have 8 blocking this square, and we don't have an 8 in this row yet, so the 8 must appear here. And now there's only one empty square for this row, which is a 5. 5 blocks down here and 5 blocks up here and 5 blocks across here, so that's going to give me a 5 there. 5 blocks across here, and down here, and that's going to give me a 5 in that square. Now we can find a 1 in this block here. Now can you see it? We've got 1 blocking down here and 1 across here. That means that square there is going to be a 1, and now we can find a 1 in this middle block. See if you can see it. Give you a couple of seconds. Okay, we've got 1 blocking across here, and we've got 1 blocking up here, so that means this is the location of our digit 1. Okay, there's just 1 empty square. I almost missed it. There's 1 empty square in this row. We don't yet have a 3. Let's put that in now. And the 3 blocks down here, meaning that must be our 3. And the missing digit here is going to be a 4. And the missing digit here for this block or this column is a 4. Going to be the same number. 4 also blocks across here, giving us 4 in that square. And 4 blocks across here, giving us 4 in that square. The missing number in this column or this block is a 3, and the missing number here in this block is also a 3. And 3 blocks up there giving us 3 in that square. Now 3 down, 3 up, or you could just find the missing digit in this column, same thing, it will be a 3. And 3 blocks across here giving us the final digit 3 there. The missing number here is a 9. 9 blocks across here giving us 9 in this square here. There's 1 more number to go across here or in this block, and that's a 7. 7 blocks down giving us 7 in this square. And the last number for the row, the block, the column and the entire grid is a 4. And that's our first easy puzzle solved. There are lots more easy puzzles on this channel. I'll put a playlist up for you. You can select them and try them out yourself. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.